So, this is part 6 of the Astrology of Relationships series. Might be the last one. We'll see. And I'm going to begin with a politically incorrect statement. It could hardly be more politically incorrect and chauvinist and sexist. And it comes from Milton's Paradise Lost, which, to paraphrase, he says, referring to Adam and Eve, he lived for God, she for God in him. And I saw a quote for that. It's like Yale University, the commenter underneath going, this is sexism of the first polity. And it's like, okay. But what we need to do is, what are they getting at? Milton wasn't stupid. He wasn't just being sexist. He wasn't just being chauvinist when he goes, he lived for God, she for God in him. He may well have been being one-sided. But what he's saying when he says that, he's saying what we both do. Yeah, men and women. Yeah, I was talking about falling in love, mainly from a male point of view, because I'm a male. Well, what do we fall in love with? The goddess. Yeah. She lived for goddess, he for goddess in her. So Milton was right. He was just presenting one half of the picture. And yes, he had probably stuff we wouldn't agree with as well in there, but he was getting at something. That's the point. Because he wasn't necessarily an unkind man or an unfair man. You have to see things in the context of their time. But this is what we do. We live for the projection of the divine in the other. It becomes our meaning in life, and our purpose in life. And we don't even know we're doing it. And we see all sorts of qualities in the other person that our friends don't necessarily see, and our family, they dare say it. I don't know, people don't dare say things, do they? You see someone's going to marry someone, it's like, oh God, but you can't say anything, because if you say it and they marry them, well, then they'll hold that against you forever. So you have to keep stum and watch people walk to their own. Well, usually it's a journey they need to do. There's all sorts going on. It's a highly complex thing. It's probably the right thing. And they will end up destroyed and dismembered. And often we do need destroying and dismembering, because we have a narrow view of who we are and what reality is. This is what humans do. We truncate reality. We can only take so much of it. So we put a certain amount of it out there and demonize it. And we have a social group that does the same. So we think we're right. Science in saying, or some scientists in saying the universe is just material, you shut out the whole spirit thing, and it makes it very clear. Yeah. Big Bang, evolution, it's all very simple and clear, But if you've got an awful lot of spirit in you, that kills you. That kills you. If you're bigger than that, it kills you. But this is what we do. Medieval times, okay, they had God and everything, but this is how it was made. Yeah. End of story. Anyone else is a heretic. So it's all truncated. It's what we do. So back to relationships. The thing is not to have the person as the center of your life. You have a number of relationships. It brings us back to Libra. Libra with its air quality, its ability to distance itself, even though it believes in love. Libra is such an idealistic sign. They just believe in love. They just believe in love. Like Luis Malmadrona was talking about. It's Hollywood. It's romance. They just believe in it. And they go, I'm idealistic, And it's can't see the person as they are. You see them as you need them to be. So we need a range of relationships. This is the point. We need friends. We may need a spouse. We have children, other family members, work colleagues, yeah? And we have this broad, emotional life, yeah? This array of people in different ways. And the Hollywood modern love, romantic love thing is that the other person becomes the emotional center of your life. Yeah? They become like everything to you. And that's not a healthy place to be in. And if you're lucky, it will fall apart. And if you're not lucky, you'll stay like that for the rest of your life. If you're a man, you may not have many friends. You don't need them. Your wife is everything to you. But you end up very narrow and undeveloped. So we need this wide range of connections. And it's not like there's something wrong if you haven't got the partnership thing, with a member, I don't want a wife or husband or whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to avoid using the word romantic. Oh yeah, you've got to have a bit of romance. Anyway, yeah. So back to he lived for God, she for God in him, and he lived for goddess, she for goddess in only. Yeah. No, yeah, no, she lived for goddess, he for goddess in her, if it works that way. The point is, here's the point, is if you're creative, yeah, that has to be the center of your life. Yeah? That has to be more important to you than your spouse. And you need the sort of spouse who understands that and knows that and appreciates that, wants that, wouldn't want you to be less than that. That's the thing. Because our creativity is the true center to us. And that's something we often have self-doubt around. And Venus, which rules Libra, Venus also rules creativity. Libra is a sign of creativity. I'm being distracted by the cat at the moment, yet again. He's out in the garden this time, chasing things. So that needs to be the center of who we are. This could hardly be a more important point. That thing in you, that calling in you, that thing that you have to live, whatever it is, and it can come out in any number of ways. You can never predict with people where it's going to be. That needs to be your emotional, creative, imaginative, spiritual center. Then, paradoxically, you can love. Yeah? But you can't love in that more objective, disinterested sense. Yeah? If you haven't got that, because then you'll be projecting your creativity in some way or another onto your partner. Yeah, they'll be living, or they'll be standing for what you should be living yourself. So you're not loving them. Well, maybe you are, but you're also loving what you need them to be, what you fantasize them to be, what they carry for you. So the answer to all of this is creativity. That thing in you, whatever it is that you love, yeah. And of course you will doubt yourself. That comes with it because we have to earn our confidence. So maybe I've got time to say a little bit about planets in the seventh house. I think the cat's actually got a mouse. Oh God, how terrible. Oh, you don't want to know. Or maybe I'll leave it there for now. I think I'll leave it there for now because I've only got about a minute left. And let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about. No. We'll just leave it at that one. That, in a way, that separateness, that can be a bit of a challenge. I know that's what my life's about at the moment. In a way, it's about standing upright and claiming that creativity. And I'm doing it partly through these videos. Yeah, I'm having a good time doing it. But I know that in the past, I've lent on women in that kind of way. And that's why I need to be on my own, so that I find my creativity. I'm gradually getting there. It's like this animal that's free, that needs to live, needs to create. So women need to find the God within. Mars is a god. And men need to find the goddess within. Venus is a goddess. And of course, in a way, we do want them. We want them to have that freely of their own, independently. They're a much more interesting person to be with if they have that kind of independence as well. He has the God in him and she has the goddess in her. And then it's a whole other scene. It's not Hollywood romance. It's something much deeper.